Hey guys, welcome back to Amanda's Favorites, where I have new videos for you every Tuesday. I also give an extra monthly video over in my Patreon group or a Zoom call. If you're interested in finding out about that and supporting me over there, my Patreon page link is down here in my description. Today's video is like an extra video, and it's a little more personal, a little more chatty. It's my personal planning with Planner Perfect. So usually my YouTube videos are every Tuesday, and most of the time it's a planner review, right? Other than my quarterly updates, which I give every quarter about my personal planning. And I do have a whole playlist about those if you're interested in my personal planning and all the journals and planners that I use. And my sister also gives a quarterly planning update because you guys have gotten to know her well enough and enjoy her personal planning updates. Those are both under playlists on my channel and divided out by year, so they're easy to find. But other than those quarterly planning updates, all my personal planning is only shared over on Instagram. So I decided that once a month, I am going to try to pop a video in here with my Planner Perfect. You know, I might show my weekly planner, but I won't pull everything else in because that will just be in my quarterly planning updates. I thought a once a month video showing when I get my new Planner Perfect box for the next month and how I set it up, and kind of talking about a different aspect of it, you know, maybe each month, and touching on, because I get so many questions about what do I write on my weekly pages in Planner Perfect? How do I do my daily pages and scripting? And it has changed from month to month. So basically I will just share with you how I'm doing it now. And I won't always do this, but in this first video, I thought it would be fun to kind of talk a little bit and set up a few pages. I won't set up my whole book in this video because that would probably get very long and boring. I shared my subscription box opening and talking about it in an IGTV, which I do every month. And, you know, maybe sometime I'll do that in one of these videos, but I will link that IGTV down below in the description so it's easy to find. I'm not going to go through all the Planner Perfect subscription box options in this video because I'm going to do that in another video. I have that in a Planner Perfect 101 video here on YouTube, and I'm going to link that down below. So if you're new and you really want to know more about Planner Perfect and all the options, I'm going to link that Planner Perfect 101 video I made, and also my Planner Perfect playlist, because that has kind of me starting out and telling about the system. And then I am planning to do an updated video talking all about Planner Perfect now that I've been in it for, what has it been, like 9 months? Yeah, I think about 9 months. So I'm planning on doing an updated, you know, kind of like Planner Perfect video all about it and options and kind of what I've learned in my 9 months in it. And also showing all their inside page options, which I've only done in IGTVs before. And also showing all their leather options that I have, because I have several leather colors and different inside options from Planner Perfect. So look for those videos coming up here on YouTube. I want to do more with Planner Perfect on YouTube since it's such a huge part of my life, and it really does bring me a lot of joy. And before we jump in, I'll start setting up. And I have both of these because I'm not sure. March is in this green jade, which has been so lovely. I will link the Etsy shop where I got that crocheted beautiful rainbow from. But I liked my tip-in cards here. I've so enjoyed this setup in jade for March, but I'm not sure if I'm gonna stay in jade or switch to rose gold for April. So we will try them out and see. Okay, now I can't remember what I said I was going to talk about. Well, we're not going to get it set up in there right now. I'm going to show you, you know, kind of how I set up my book when I get it. So here's my plan book. My journal, I don't set up at all. I don't decorate my journal at all. I just write in my journals. And my journals, I don't complete a full one in a month because I'm journaling in so many other different places. If you watch my 2021 planner stack video, or you watch my Q1 update video, which is coming up at the very end of March. I'm not sure if this will be coming out before or after that, but my Q1 update is coming. I'm looking at my calendar, March 30th. And then Molly's, my sister's, is that same week on Thursday. That's an extra video that week. But I'm not, what was I saying? Yeah, I want to get to where I use a whole one of her journals a month. As some of my other journals finish next year, I am really planning on paring down and not adding new like Stalogy books or or those things in. And then I will perhaps get through more of these a month because I love how they match together and how they would match in my plan book. Right now, since I'm journaling in so many other places, this is still my journal from January. And honestly, it'll probably take me a couple months to get through it, as it did the last one. But like I said, that's just because I'm in so many other journals and I'm not making it a priority to journal in here every day. But I love how she makes her items match every month if you get the subscription box. There are other options where you can pick from all her previous artwork, which is so amazing, and just choose your own journal covers and choose what they say on them. So you don't have to get the subscription box every month, and choose your own inside pages for a journal or plan book. I don't mind having blank pages, which is the only option in the subscription box, but I know many people do. So when I get my plan book for the month, what I do is I decorate all at once. That's because number one, I enjoy this sit down decorating system. And it's also because I just won't find time to come and do it otherwise. And there would be weeks undecorated. And I really like this record of my life being decorated. It's a fun creative outlet right now. I really don't enjoy crafting or any other creative outlets. So it's fun. It's fun for me. These are the tip-in cards that came with this month. I have been using them to write like good memories on or scriptures. I don't use them all every month. Then I save them. I've also sent some in like gifts to friends, but they are just fun to have. I don't actually use them in my journal. You get 2 of each and 6 designs every month, and they're really thick. But at the beginning, I taped them in my journal, but I love them too much to be taping them in my journal right now. I don't know. It might be fun to see them in there in years to come. But they are also made where you can just tip them in, hence the word tip in, and you don't even have to tape them in. So they just kind of stay tip in to whatever page, you want to stick them in. But that comes in the sub box too, as well as 4 sheets of stickers. And you get 2 of each sheet. These are all Jenny's artwork. Jenny has done all this artwork. Jenny Penton is the owner and creator of Planner Perfect. And she really teaches you about the scripting method on her YouTube channel and is really motivational. Scripting is writing out your day. So I'm just going to start decorating and I will talk while I'm doing it. Scripting is writing out your day beforehand, thinking about what you want to happen and how you want it to go, and getting that in your mind really helps you start the day on a positive note. You've already kind of run through the day in your mind and thought about how you want it to go. Now, does every one of my days go the way that I scripted it? No. And I don't script the 2 full pages. You get 2 full pages for a day. I generally, and I've been all over the place, and I've shared in my IGTV updates about Planner Perfect. I've done where I've scripted both pages. I've done where I do a daily list on one side and then I would script the other. I've done where I've done a daily list and then I journaled the other. I've done where I've journaled the whole day as it was happening, or time stamped the whole day as it was happening. But right now, you guys know, if you're on Instagram or you've watched my quarterly planning updates, that I use this little Becky Higgins notebook for my daily list every day, and I have for many months now. So I stopped using my Planner Perfect as that because I just loved the beauty of the Planner Perfect book, and I wanted to keep it not as my daily list, although I think daily ordinary things are beautiful. So now I really just script and journal in mine. Every once in a while, you will find me time stamping my day in it for fun too, but that I haven't done that for quite a while. I do bring in other washi tapes that I have. I just didn't bring them over here with me. Like I said, I'm not going to decorate the whole book with you today. I'm going to do a few pages and talk about how I use the other pages in the book. Like I'm going to talk about with you how I set up my goal pages and stuff. So I didn't bring all my washi over here that I want to use for this month. I generally just look for stuff that matches her washi. I do have lots of washi tape from the washitapeshop.com because they have let me pick out washi tape from them. They contacted me, and I do have a 10% off always from washitapeshop.com. So you can use it as many times as you order. It's Amanda10. It's here up in my bio, and it's in all my video descriptions too. So thewashitapeshop.com. It's in Some of my big washi tape hauls from them to see what they have are in my Planner Perfect videos that I will link below under my Planner Perfect playlist. So if you're interested in that, but the washtapeshop.com has some really great washi tapes if you're looking up to build your stash in an affordable way. And like I said, my 10% off can be used on every single order. Look at that Benjamin bunny. Oh my goodness. I just named him. I love him. Okay, I guess we can zoom in a little bit more as I do these pages and talk about it. So we're gonna stick, so usually, yeah, I mix in other washies, not just Jenny's that she sends, although I do probably use hers in more of the book than any other washi. And that is simply just because like I love all her color coordination and her washies for the month. I hope I'm staying in screen here. Now, I'm going to go over how I'm doing my goals this year. And, you know, if you've already heard me talk about it in my quarterly planning updates or on Instagram, I'm sorry. Lots of times I feel like I'm repeating myself, but then I get questions from new people or people who haven't seen those videos, you know, and I realize that I'm not really repeating myself because there's, you know, there's always people who haven't heard it. I have used PowerSheets for 2 years in a row until this year. I've used MoxieLife for 6 months. I absolutely love both systems and recommend them wholeheartedly and fully. And I'm an affiliate for both companies. I don't have a discount code for MoxieLife right now, but I do have a discount code for PowerSheets right now. It's only running through the end of May 31st, 2021. It is Amanda W10. It's up here in my link tree. So it's a short running code. It doesn't apply to anything on sale on Cultivate What Matters. No sale items, no events, and no bundles. But Amanda W10 will get you 10% off. And I do have affiliate links for if you're purchasing from those companies and my videos have helped you. So I wholeheartedly recommend those systems. I love them and I've used them. But this year, as I had used Planner Perfect for already over 6 months as January was coming, and I had been doubling up, like kind of finishing my power sheets, using the goal pages, and I really just felt, and I just noticed I didn't have my wedding ring on today. It's in every other video, but I have it here on my desk, so I'm gonna stick it out on. I just noticed that. Okay, I just felt the most natural thing to me right now was, as PowerSheets and MoxieLife already taught me how to check in on my goals every week and, you know, how to tend them every month. And they have an amazing system. And if you're working on big things in your life, I feel like you cannot get better than any one of those two systems. Although there's other great things out there too. Those are just the most like detailed and just intentional full goal planning systems for the whole year that I've reviewed. My favorites at least. But I have just been writing my goals every month. So I love kind of starting over fresh every month on a blank slate. I love blank slates. I know some people love to have things to fill in, and for certain things in my life I do, but at this point, this is just what I'm feeling. I love a blank slate to do whatever I want with. I've listed my goals and projects for the year in the back of my weekly planner, which I started the year in Golden Coil. If you're watching my quarterly updates, you know that I jumped back in my ERIN CONDREN weekly, which I have been in for over 3, almost 4 years. But I'm still in my Golden Coil for content. So I've been just, basically I look at my goals page in that weekly planner for the whole year where they're kind of like summarized and listed. And a lot of them are projects. My goals are more things that stay the same from year to year, about like connecting with each of my kids every month. They don't really love to go out with me as much in dates, especially with COVID, but they love to do things with me at home or around the neighborhood. Connecting with my husband in a date every month, just those types of things, you know, my personal scripture study and prayer, and all those things stay the same from year to year. And I do keep a yearly habit tracker on some of those things. And then every month, if I see things slipping, then that is also something I bring in. I call those my personal, like, you know, my heart goals, the things that matter the very most. And then my other goals every month, I pick from the list of like my projects or to-do goals of what I can kind of get done that month. So I look over my yearly list, and that's all I do at the beginning of every month. I will show you my goal pages in here for March. So, okay, for 2 of my goal pages, I've been using this, These Are the Days Of. I get this from Emily Freeman, who does a podcast, and she's written some books, The Next Right Thing. But she says these are the days of, and I just like remembering things from the month. You know, these are the days of, you know, P making salmon for lunch. That's just the initial of my oldest. And these are the days of walking and talking with Mom or Molly and enjoying wonderful spring weather. Those type of things. These are the days of listening to the Dutch House on my walks and loving it. So I just list those things as the month goes on when I don't need all 4 goal pages. So this month, these were kind of my to-dos, picked off my big list, off my projects, you know, and to-dos list. And then these are kind of like my heart goals. Personal focus, always this year, and always is give time, patience, and love to those in my immediate family. And I like to use initials in here. And then, because I don't often say my kids' names on here. I guess I just decided in the beginning I wasn't going to really do that. Although I have probably slipped and said their names, especially on Instagram. And then I just write to have a game day with each boy, like them choosing the games. Although we typically play a game every Sunday, but that's as a family with me just, you know, doing something with them. Or if like one of them wants to go on a bike ride or would rather go on a walk or would rather go for a treat, and then a date with my husband, like those are just my heart goals. So that's how I use my goals page. A lot of times if you have a birthday in your family or a holiday that month, you can use your goals page to plan that, because it is like planning, you know, to serve those people that you love. And those are important goals for the month. So kind of thinking about what's going on in your family or your personal life if you don't have kids for the month. And what do you want to do to make it special? What do you want to do to make a memory that month? Your goals pages can be used that way too, because those are the things that are the most important to me in my life right now. The weekly pages, I don't always do it this well, but I did this week. I just kind of usually recap like what I got done that day, like the big things, and it just makes me feel good. And then it also helps me look back and just, if I'm looking over the week, thinking like, well, when did I do this or that or whatever, it's on the week. My daily pages, as you'll see here, sometimes I script this entire side and journal this side. Sometimes I don't end up scripting ahead of time and I just journal the entire day, either as it goes, journal in bits, or journal at the end of the day. Or if I haven't scripted the night before, I will just flip through my pages while I talk. Sometimes I will script that morning, which is fine with me too. And when I script, I've started writing the plan. And that way, when my posterity comes, and sometimes I put in quotes, and these little pictures are from my Mary Engelbreit Page a Day calendar, which I absolutely love. This is in my Amazon store, linked down in the description here. But I love this. I cut out the pictures that I like. I don't put every picture in here because like not every picture is my favorite to put in my book. But I've actually bought 2 of those this year when it went on sale. It's probably on sale really cheap now if there's any left, because I like to use them in here, and I'm also using them in my Stylogy Book of Days. So, and I like to do it ahead of time. So the one I'm not using on my desk, I tear out to do in here ahead of time. So I can look through the whole month's pictures and place them on the days. I wasn't doing that, but it's made it easier for me because I kind of like the picture colors to match whatever washi I put down for the day. So I will often, I don't know where I left off there. I'll usually write the weather. I try to kind of write the weather for the whole week in the weekly too, the temps, so I can easily glance at the week and like see when to plan outside time, see what days I want to do walks outside versus the treadmill. And you can see each day looks so different. Jenny's stickers are throughout. Hers are pretty much the only stickers I use in here. And then the Mary Engelbreit pictures. Because I'm not a huge sticker person, I don't have any other sticker subscriptions, but I really love Jenny stickers in these journals. And you can see when I bring in other tape, like that's the Cultivate What Matters tape. And you can see how my weeks look. Oh, that's what I was talking about. When I write the plan out, that's just so my posterity, when they look, they can see like, oh, this is kind of what she planned for the day, what she scripted wanting to happen, you know, but it's not necessarily what happened in her life. Very rarely right now will I script all full 2 pages, but sometimes I will. Usually it's scripting 1 page because my days are so different, because I homeschool my boys and because I work from home on my channel. And so every day, you know, can just go all over the place based on what happens. I know kind of what I want to happen, but honestly, a day never ends up exactly as I am planning, and I know that, so I leave it in my mind that there are open spots. So here is my March up to this point, and here's today, which I did not script ahead of time. I did write in I had a doctor appointment this morning and my plans for that, and then this box arrived today, and then I decided to do this video. So I will be going and journaling this and then scripting tonight. You guys, I really do feel better when I script the night before. When I really look at what I need to get done the next day, when I think about what my kids are going to need the next day, when I think about what we need for homeschool the next day with my youngest, when I think about when and what exercise I want to fit in, when I think about all those things the night before and I write them out, and it really embeds it in my mind, in my subconscious, and it helps me feel not only prepared for the next day, but feeling like, I don't know, confident, like I have a plan, and it's more likely that those things are going to happen that are important to me. So I really do like scripting the night before. When I don't, I like to do it the morning of, but this morning I was in a hurry to get to a doctor's appointment, so that didn't happen. But here's what my days in March look like up to this point. And then you see here, we are here. So I will flip through a little bit of this so you can see the rest of my March decorated days. As I said, I used to just tear off my calendar and use the one on my desk as it went. But then it was like hard because I wanted pictures to match that day, and I didn't know where I would have room to write that day. And so I just decided to have a second one and tear them all off for the month when I decorated my book, when I go through here. So I already have them all torn off. And when I go to decorate this new book, I just stick them in with my double-sided Scotch roller tape, little dot tape from Amazon. This I'm sure is in my Amazon store. If it's not, I will add it there because it is one of my favorite things. This washi tape is from Simply Gilded. I have bought some washi tape from them in the past, but not from a long time. But I do have, I think, a $5 off your first purchase up there in my, or down, it's not Instagram, down in my video description for Simply Gilded. I do have, if it's your first purchase. This is from Simply Gilded too, and is one of my very favorite washis of all times. But it is so nice as I lay out these days for the month. And then I started making a wins for this month. I only have one thing on it so far, but because there was extra pages. Sometimes your weeks overlap. So let's see, when does the April, yes. So this week ended, and when like your weeks overlap or whatever, sometimes you get extra pages at the end of your book. And then we'll talk about the month in review. Oh, that's the journal. Sorry guys, I have my plan book under here. Let's look. So yes, March 29th, she has March in this book. So I could use March in this book, finish out the week. She usually double puts it. I could use this week of March, March 29th, or she double puts it in this book and you get all the blank pages to go with it. I always flip to the new book and start that book because I like to be in one book for the entire week. I know some people who do this, they like to like stay in this book until March 31st and then switch books midweek and start in this book April 1st, but I need to be in an entire book for the whole week. It just, my mind goes all over if I don't. So I always just like to flip to the new one. So I have all the future ahead of me. So that's why I have these extra pages at the end of this month. And you'll often have that. You can journal extra, you know, or put whatever you want there, or just have extra pages. And then I will start in this book on March 29th. So we'll talk a little bit about the month in review, and then I'll decorate a few more pages, and then I'll let you guys go for this one. And then you guys can leave me questions down below for my next one and see what, you want me to answer or talk about next time. So at the month in review, I just write big or little things that happen that I want to remember as the month goes on. And I do it as the month goes on so I don't forget about it. And you guys might see the washi tapes coming up here. I think it's just the texture and the feel of the cover, because my washi tapes, I never have that issue of them coming up on the pages at all. So I think it's just the cover material. Planner Perfect, since you get the 4 sheets, she puts a little different design on each one. So there's 2 different designs, and I always put one here and one at the front. I just like it for a keepsake. And then I usually put a Mary Eagle Bright picture up here for the month. And I've done all different kinds of things on my monthly, because this is not where I plan my monthly. I plan my monthly in my Ashley Shelley, which is basically like my wall calendar, but it's my small book. And these are also all the events that go on my iCal. And I keep this on my desk in an acrylic easel. And like I said, it's basically like a wall calendar. And I like it because it's not too thick. There's only 1 page in between each month. I would love to have this as a Planner Perfect book, but the Planner Perfect 12-month book has a lot of extra pages in between each month. I think like 4, and then extra pages at the end, I think. And that's because, she's giving it to you so you can do planning in between every month in her 12-month book. But I like a thin book to sit on my acrylic easel. So that's why I'm using that Ashley Shelley. So this month, I'm just writing something that happened every day. Event, good, bad, something accomplished. I've used it in different ways. Sometimes I just document our appointments and events, and I duplicate it for my Ashley Shelley just basically for journaling purposes. I have written like a gratitude a day, although I have to get like a 0.38 pen to write tiny on there. So as you can see, I'm kind of behind because today's the 17th, just 2 days. But so that's what I've been doing in there. Now let's move this and let's decorate just a few more pages, and then we'll pop it in to the rose gold book and see if we want to stay there or what we want to do. So my goals, I will be kind of writing out, these are the days of again, probably, because I won't need all 4 gold pages for April. We don't have any birthdays in our immediate family in April or big events to plan. Yes, Easter is the first Sunday in April, but we won't be doing anything big with extended family or hosting or anything. So I might make some notes about what I want us to do on Easter. So our Easter plans, but it won't take up a huge amount of room. And then I'll do these are the days of, and then I will do like my heart goals, like I told you, which are basically the same ones repeated every month, the things that matter most to me. And then kind of my to-do list goals for the month. I will look at what I didn't complete from March, and then I will look at my big list and my weekly planner for the whole year. And then I look at what's going on in March and the weather and think feasibly like which one of these goals make the most sense, on my to-dos to work on in March. And I also think about bandwidth, like what kind of videos or launches are going on in March? What's going on with my family in March? What do I feel like I can handle and work on in March out of my like to-do list projects? So that's how I think through it. That's what goes on my goal pages. Let's see, on my weekly pages, I love to put washi for some reason. I've just gotten into the habit. It flows. I usually put one on the bottom of Monday and the bottom of Friday, but I really love Benjamin Bunny. So I think I'm going to do something different, which I've never done. And I'm going to run him along the right side of the page here. We'll see how this turns out, because I generally don't do a vertical on my weekly, but like I said, I really like him. So let's do a vertical Benjamin Bunny. And I almost covered up the line there. You guys, I'm so far from being a perfectionist. So far. So some of the things I do might bother you, but I'm just not a perfectionist, and I just don't let those things in life bother me at all. I was trying to get his face in there, but then he's kind of going too far off the page. So I think we'll have to cut him off. Those things, they don't bother me. I don't know what to tell you. But so it might bother you to watch me doing this. So I will show you how I do a day in here. I think about, which one do I want to do? Well, I just did the bunny. So, and like I said, I have other washi tape, which I will definitely be bringing into this book. We'll do the flowers. on the first page. Now we will still be in March here the last couple days. And I generally, you know, I have done across this way, but I find I love the way the edge of the page feels with the washi on the edge as I flip, as they all get thick from the washi. And also this is more difficult because as the page curves, sometimes with the bump here, washi wants to come up. And it's just harder for me to washi this because this is in one full swoop. And this is do here, do here, do here, do here. But I do washis that way sometimes. I do. But we are going to go, I mainly stick to the edges now, unless the washi is one that looks better going that way. And so I will stick some washi and then I will generally write the date, and I will do one here on camera, but I am so not good at writing while I am talking or on camera. So this is March 29th. So I will just do like March. Oh dear, this is my one I need to get the black that the tip is not worn down. Okay. Oh, I'm gonna write, yeah, Monday 1st is generally what I write. And you know what? I do them looking in all different ways if you've seen my books. And like I said, I'm not a perfectionist. Sometimes I write it in color, sometimes it's black, and I just don't stress about it. I do kind of whatever I'm feeling at the time. And it's not something I stress about. And then I generally pick my stickers. So I take my 2 different pages and I just look at kind of what I want on that day to go with the washi. And then if it's like the first day of spring, but that already happened in March, so I can just put that on any day. And I'm thinking about that this is still in March, and so I don't kind of want to use my Easter eggs on it or my bunnies on it yet, but something that flows, you know, with the blue well. And I think bringing in the yellow boots for like, it's still March 29th, would be fun. And sometimes I put only 1 sticker per page, and then I add other stickers as I write, but generally not, because I will forget to come back and add stickers. And sometimes I put 2 stickers. There's generally one up here, sometimes here. My Merry & Go Bright picture, which I don't have to put on every day, but I like it. It takes up writing room. I don't feel like I need that more room for writing, and I like what the picture adds to kind of the story of my life, because I love, like I said, I only pick the Merry & Go Bright pictures I love. I don't put every single day in. So I put the boots, but you know what? Let's put, oh, the little chick is yellow and would look good with the blue flowers too. So let's put her in right about there. And that's how I do a page. We'll do one more page together. How about that? And I just usually sit and like sometimes I'll watch, I just have something on TV going or like a video going on my computer if I'm working in my office. Sometimes I don't listen to anything. Sometimes I just want silence. Or sometimes I will have it spread out on the kitchen table and just be talking to my kids or whoever's in the kitchen. So I will take my stuff down there because I kind of want to work like where the family is. I will do that a lot on a Sunday. Oh, I could have done the double tape and like put to go with this little blue tie, but I will definitely be doing that on another page. And then this is Tuesday, so I might do it like this. This is an ERIN CONDREN dual tip marker. And we have March 30th. And sometimes I'll put the year in there even though I don't need it. Like it just, each day looks a little bit different based on what I want to do. And then we'll look for a little sticker. And since we already have a bunny, I don't really want to put a bunny. And I did say I wasn't going to bring in the bunnies, right? But I did until April. But you know what? I don't know why I said that, because I mean, Easter, I mean, bunnies are all spring. They're all over our neighborhood all year. And Easter is the first Sunday in April. So it's like, it's already here. So I don't know why I'm saying I can't use an egg. So actually I'm going to use an egg because Easter is this coming up Sunday, like as in coming here. And I would like the blue egg with his little bow tie. Oh, I love this egg. I love that design she did. And do we want to have any little flowers? We could bring in some little flowers here. Maybe we'll do like a set of 3. And honestly, she gives us enough stickers. It just always works out perfectly. Sometimes I even have stickers left. But it just works out perfectly that I have like enough stickers. So that's my Tuesday. And I will just go through my whole book like that. And, you know, do my Merry and Go Bright pictures at the end after I've done the washi and the dates. Which one do I want up first? The red bird or the yellow flower? Let's do, you guys have never done anything like this plan with me type of thing and talk about my planning in here. And there we go. We will do the yellow flower there and we will do the red bird. At the back, it kind of just reminds me what that month was all about and my washi that came in the box that month. I just like it. And so that's how I follow suit. And like I said, I try to make it an enjoyable time. Listen to something or be with my family, relax. And as I'm doing it, I really do feel like I think about the upcoming month. Each day I'm writing, I think about the upcoming month, Mondays and Tuesdays and Wednesdays. Each day looks so different. And I really do think about like what I want that month to be like. And I try to envision good, positive things with my family and my kids and, you know, happy attitudes, all those type of things, you know, that homeschool moms try to envision. And I try to envision all those positive things. And as I'm doing all my days, I really do feel like as I'm setting the days, I am like setting my month to have a good month. Okay, I don't even know how long we've gone. Whoa. Okay, you guys, 37 minutes. I am sorry. I was going, but I feel like it'll be fun if we try to set this up. So let's just end on this. I mean, I think it would look amazing in the jade. And I don't know if I'm going to change out of this, but let's stick it in the rose gold to start with and see how the tip-ins look in the rose gold. Because I feel like it's fun to switch every month and to have a lighter color for April. But then what will May be? Because I feel like I want to be in this book for May too. Okay, well, we'll think about that. And unfortunately, like I said, my journal is not used up. So my journal will not be this one in here. But we'll stick it in here for right now because how cute does that look? And then we'll see what little tip-ins we want. And honestly, I will be reusing this guy because he goes so well. This is from the Ollie Clip store on Etsy, OLI, Ollie Block. I don't necessarily, well, I do. I don't have many big ones. And this one would look good to go with Easter too. Honestly, the blue with the bunny. But that one's really pretty with the rose gold for Easter. So we're going to figure out which guy we want to go on top here. Or front and center, you know, on the book. Oh, I really like him. I really do. And then it just works out to clip him right there. Like I had my bird. I just borrowed the clip though. But I can stick this clip back on my bird here. And blue looks good with him too. And, oh yeah, I did have the clip kind of going over here because it helped to hold that in there. Basically just for looks. This holds your stickers perfectly, but since I decorate mine all at once, I don't need that. This holds a whole bunch of tip-ins perfectly, but I had been keeping a whole bunch of tip-ins with scriptures on the back, but I like just having him for decoration, honestly. And I don't keep the tablet that comes with your TN in the back because I just don't need it the way I use mine at home. And I like the way 3 books fit in here versus 4 because the middle book is my plan book and it's always the easiest to write in. So I don't ever take out my plan book to write in it. But sometimes I will take my journal out to write in it. My list book, this is just a list for anything and everything. And I'll just keep it till it's filled up and put a new journal in here. I don't mind, what was I gonna say? I don't mind writing my list book with like it has a bump because it doesn't need to be neat. And the plan book being in the middle makes it lay flat with one book on each side. And honestly, since I take out my journal a lot to write in it, I might actually not put this one in my Easter one. I might just keep this one for looks in here since I see the cover a lot flipping. And since I end up taking out my journal to write in it anyway and leaving that one just out to write in and putting my list book in here. Yes, I think that's what I will do, and we will set this up. We have the bunny on the front, so I definitely want the egg. I love this egg. I want the egg to show up here. And you know what? I'm not sure how that would fit even. I kind of like having it out like that. We'll see if it's going to stay well that way. And then, you know, the bunnies on the other one, the blue flowers would go there. But let's see. Yeah, this won't work because that won't, if just that much stuck up of the bunny. I feel like it'd have to be like that much. Huh. Maybe the egg being here? I kind of like that. And then, well, no, because it has to go on that side of the bunny. So we might just have to do the blue flowers or this other bunny. Is that the one we put on the front? No, it's not. This bunny with the egg could go in here and we just see his little face peeking. So we'll see what I end up switching. But that is pretty much all I will do, and I will add my list book in here. And we'll see though if I go to this rose gold. I do like it in the rose gold. It's nice to just, that's why it's fun to have other leathers. Yes, these are real investment pieces, you guys. And I totally get that. But they will last forever. And I love having the different colors to switch to every month, because for people who get tired of their planner or not excited about it, every month you get this new box completely to do with the season. And I just love that fresh start and with a holiday. And it's like, it's what I'm all about. When I was little, I used to make these holiday cards for the next upcoming holiday, and I would tape it up on our fireplace mantle. And my mom would let me, bless her. And I had an envelope like labeled holiday cards up there where I would pull out the next holiday and tape it up there. I don't know how many years I did that, but I was real into it for a period of time. I've always been someone who I want to feel the seasonality of a fresh season. I want things to change with the season. I want to celebrate and relish the holiday that we're in. Not that I do big parties or big celebrating or anything, but just those little things that make it feel different. So there we go. Let me know any questions you have. I do have IGTVs comparisons on all the leathers that I have from them, and I will link that down in the description, and I will be doing updated YouTube videos about that. Also, remember, if you're wanting to try out Planner Perfect, it's Amanda20 for 20% off, but it's only a one-time use. So, I mean, you could load up your cart. There is a way to do her system a lot cheaper if you don't want the subscription box, or if that's not something, you know, that you want to work into your monthly budget, it doesn't mean enough to you. I always say we spend our discretionary income on what means the most to us. If you want to do Planner Perfect in a more budget-friendly method, if, you know, some people pay to get their roots done every month. Some people want to buy new clothes every month or go out to eat for a nice dinner every month. You know, you can do that, or you can get the Planner Perfect subscription box. We all use our discretionary income on what means the most to us. You know, some people might want to buy a new workout top or new running shoes. And so when people question me about the cost of this box, I mean, there are all kinds of planner subscriptions. You know, I say it's whatever brings you the most joy and matters the most to you that you want to spend your discretionary income on. But a way to do the Planner Perfect box in a cheaper method is you just buy your own books. You get to pick your covers, right? And you can even load up your cart with several for several months ahead and use my code Amanda20 for 20% off one time. And then if you don't need a separate plan book and journal, then depending on what you want to do, you can script in just a journal. So if you don't need the weekly layouts and you don't need the monthly layouts, then you might just want a blank journal in which you can also pick lined or graph or dot grid pages in it. And I will list that IGTV down below showing you all the inside page options. And you can do your scripting and your journaling per day in one of these, and you can just use 1 page per day if that works for you. Or, you know, some days you might need 2 days for scripting, but other days you might only need a half a page or a page for scripting, and it will last you longer that way, as opposed to if you don't feel like you need the plan book, then you can just buy 1 book a month, or 1 book, for the season even. I've known people who do that. And so their book can last them 2 to 3 months, depending on how many pages they use per day for scripting. And so you can definitely use one as a scripting book that way and make it last longer, because you won't have the weekly pages thrown in here, the goals, the month in review, all that. So that is an option to kind of make your own scripting book. Of course, you can script in any notebook or traveler's notebook that you have. I tried that out in an ERIN CONDREN notebook for 2 months before. And that's in some of my first Planner Perfect videos showing you that. Before I ever bought my first Planner Perfect book in July. I did it for May and June in an ERIN CONDREN notebook and an old TN I already had from JM Planning Essentials before I splurged on her artwork. And then once I got her books, I was like, I just love her artwork, having the seasonal artwork. And I just love, you know, the new book every month. And so it was worth it to me at that point. But, you know, I completely understand if you're just trying it out. At first, I just tried out the plan book subscription box. So I just got the plan book of the month for my first month. That's what I did. Okay, this video is way too long, so I'm going to stop talking. Let me know if you enjoyed this video and you want me to start doing this once a month. Hopefully not this long, but it would be, you know, with my new plan box and plan book every month, and talking through it and answering any questions and bringing in different things every month. Thanks for watching, guys. Take care of yourselves. Happy planning, and we'll see you next time.